Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour salute, and I really needed a second black velvet. Long story short, the camera hub was not working. Twice it dropped out. I had to, which is how we get this cool looking background over here. I just had to restart the computer. Got everything in. My house doesn't actually look like that.
I wish.
Mr. Magazine just figured that out. He goes, that's a background. I had to restart the computer, came over here. We had 7 seconds left. And I'm like, oh, and then I forgot how to put us into the stream.
I'll tell you how late we are. We're so late that Dawn got here before us.
That is late. That is
late.
She
does say she's on time. But guess what? You are not first. Guess who is?
Who?
Popular Puddings.
Out the box. Thank you. Remember Popular Puddings?
Triple F, like always.
I thought it was quadruple. I thought it was fantastic.
Quadruple. You know, whatever it is. What's 5 times? I don't even know. But delightful Dawn is here, and yes, we can believe it.
And thank you for being a member.
Super C's, how are you doing?
Thank you for being a member.
Cold. We're what, 4 or 5 degrees out here?
Yeah, it is cold out there. Yep. Fossil had mentioned that he's moved and his new house doesn't have the greatest insulation.
Oh God. Oof. Marvelous Michael.
Thank you for being a member.
Super C's, what's going on?
Cold here in NC. We got some snow last night. You would think the world shut down. Yeah. And my mother is with my sister down in Houston, Texas. And they were getting 3 to 5 inches worth of snow, and they were warning everybody to stay off the roads, to get out of the way of the first responders. And I'm going, 3 to 5 inches of snow?
Yeah, that's like nothing.
Now, my mother could drive in it, of course, being from Ohio, but people down there cannot.
Crazy. Awesome. Adrian, how's it going?
Thank you for being a member.
And Don's laughing. Cool Kevin, how's it going?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Jay-Z Jeff, good evening.
56. Ooh,
wow.
That's a little warmer in here, but
yeah.
But I'm on a budget. It's okay, people. His house is about the same time. No, not the sun. Not now.
It never used to be. It's better than it used to be, though. Definitely.
Myrtle Beach, you got 6 inches. Everything is very shut down. Yeah.
Wow.
Terrible weather everywhere. So everybody do stay safe out there. If you're not used to driving in this, us Northerners do laugh at you. We do. I'll be honest. But be safe. It's not worth going into a ditch.
Yeah, the first day of snow every year, I'm just laughing at everyone. Well, this is ridiculous. Accidents.
Well,
people can't handle it.
And in Houston, they don't have the snow removal equipment or know-how. Absolutely. And I drove to Mr. Magazine Sunday night, Monday morning. It was about 11:15, 11:20. I was driving on Route 104, which is a 55-mile-an-hour road. I was driving 40 because the plows hadn't been out yet.
Yeah.
I was going 40, and I could go 40, no problem. I passed somebody who had to be doing 20 because I blew by them. And they had the 4-ways on, thank goodness. And it's 3 lanes, but do not drive 20 miles an hour in a 55. That is kind of dangerous. It just is. Oh, wait, what's the weather forecast? They must have heard us talking over here. The weather forecast thing just popped up here. That's kind of scary. The bots have taken over. We don't plow in Texas. They only do the major highways. And that could be a problem on the side streets. Definitely could. All righty, enough weather talk for the day. Traffic and weather together. Why don't we talk about how sales are? Go ahead, Mr. Magazine.
Let's see. eBay's average, I'm not complaining too much. It could be better. It is what it is. Amazon's probably in the same boat right now. Average. Adult sites kicking butt. DVDs are kicking butt. Whatnot's kicking butt. We just had our best 2 days of Whatnot records since we started.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Like, if I may ask.
Yep. We had grossed 4,000 in 2 days. 6-hour days. Yeah.
Oof, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
And I've heard a rumor that you're going to be part of a train over on Whatnot, or not a train, part of an event over on Whatnot.
So we are. That should be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to try and get my people to do a Friday record show. If not, it'll be Saturday and Sunday, but I'm working on that right now.
Can you share a little bit more about it?
Not really, because I don't know about it, but you can. I don't read this stuff. I just send it to you. I send it to my Whatnot people, and that is it. Yeah.
Mr. Magazine.
Why don't you tell me? Yeah, I want to know. Tell me. What did I send
you? Mr. Magazine is going to be part of a Grail Records. He has to offer 5 to 10 Grail records over on Whatnot and do a 3-hour stream. And if he does so, it'll be promoted, and he'll get a $100 bounty.
We're frozen.
We are frozen.
Is that legato?
That is the thing, but is everything still working out there?
Is this thing on? Can you hear me do this? Is this thing on?
Just let us know in the chat if you can hear us. We definitely appreciate
Lucky
that.
Lewis is in the house. Can you hear us, Lucky Lewis?
Sales are great. There we go. The next
Hello?
one.
Hello? This isn't good. It's still frozen. Jay-Z John.
Unless you're already done, can you do a video about the ins and outs of doing Amazon? Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah,
Everybody
all
can
right.
hear us.
Fossil's in the house. Don's in the house. Everyone can hear us.
Well, we do
Oh,
apologize.
Fever Schmidt. How's it going? Glad you can hear us.
Well, we're going to be, we are trying out for our jobs as the, for the Palace Guard, as a matter of fact. So, yep, this is definitely a problem with the.
It's funny. You guys can't see this, but Paperboy's picking his nose right now. This is the greatest.
Yeah, yes, that is exactly what we're doing over here. Video is frozen. All right. Well, we do apologize. We will not do the item of the week this week because it doesn't work so well when you can't see it. I'll have to have
let's do it and have him guess. We'll break it down to like topics like, oh, you're getting warmer, you're getting warmer.
Or we could do, this is the best item ever. I can't believe this. The frozen image you both is fitting and flat.
Well, I'm looking a little more handsome than Paperboy. He looks like he's biting his tongue right now. Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, we do
paging
apologize.
Dr. Howard.
Pick up the white courtesy phone. There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, it's 2 for Tuesday. Get the lead out.
Hold on, I'm drinking water right now out of a Stars and Stripes cup. If anyone wants to envision that.
God. My sales. Yeah, we'll definitely have to have him check this out. My sales are okay. eBay has been a complete roller coaster. Welcome to our podcast, by the way.
Now, eBay is really bad for me today. How about you? And why is that?
You will find out shortly in the glitch of the week.
Okay.
But it's been absolute roller coaster on eBay. Today hasn't been very good. Yesterday wasn't very good. Monday was really, really good. Sunday wasn't. Saturday was.
We're frozen. Let it go.
Oh, that is, yeah. So it's definitely the camera hub. I think Random Neighborhood Kid updated it, and apparently there was a problem.
Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels.
We are having a contest today, Mr. Hot Wheels. See how long we can sit still while talking. I'm working as a ventriloquist, and you won't even see my lips move. That's how good I've gotten at this.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. So not again.
Thanks for remembering, John.
Foiled again.
I do the bad comedy here. Of course, I have to. But everything else is selling okay. My promoted 29 out of 55. That was actually 53% promoted. Kind of crazy.
Wow.
$25,000, $73 in sales today. Ouch. I got you beat, but not by much today. Offers 163 over 344. Last week, 299. So the offers are definitely coming in. 175 last year, 196 2 years ago. As far as other sites, I sold 5 items on Etsy, and that's it. No other site had anything sell on it. Yeah.
5 on Etsy is good, though.
Yeah. How about buys? Anybody out there buying anything? I have to buy real IT help, but that's a whole other story.
Well, we talked about this buy I had today. A gentleman called up and had 1,000 Sports Illustrated from the 80s to 2000s, and normally I don't buy this stuff, but I'm like, you know what? He's got it all organized. There could be some good ones. He said he's got Jordans, and I didn't even think of the other good ones. So we settled at $500, 50 cents a piece. They do have mailing labels, but he had all the Bradys, he had all the LeBrons, he had all the Mahomes, he had a lot of the Jordans. I don't know if he had them all. We haven't gone through them all yet, but well worth it for the $500. Normally I wouldn't buy this stuff, but it's ready to list on Amazon and eBay and maybe even whatnot. So.
Nice. We are here trying. You can't see me. I'm frantically trying to. I'm scared to turn the camera hub off though, because then I don't think you see anything whatsoever. Someone criticized Elon. That could be the. There you are. Absolutely. I think the robot overlords have taken over. Yeah, I don't think it's the feed. It's the camera hub, because I just went to the camera hub and I can't do anything in the camera.
It's been going on for a while, even before it's now. So
Sunday was my worst sales day in months. Today it might just be worse than that at $45. Well, we're gonna find out, Kelly. Because, well, we're into the buys, and then we'll hit the glitch of the week. And the problem is a glitch of the week, Kelly, just to let you know. No buys this week. So I ended up buying, which the people on the premium side are well aware of, and the people over at Whatnot are well aware of. Well, cabinet cards, know very little about them. It's 60 cents each. A third were outdoors or head to town, and photographer hard to pass up. Yeah.
Cool.
I ended up going to an estate sale. We all love AI. We love the computer or robot overlords. We love you, robot overlords. And we all know that because I told you a couple of weeks ago that I did check the box where AI can learn off of our videos. So AI will learn that we are part of the good guys. We are on their side. So they will not.
Sounds like they also learned to freeze us.
They will not exterminate us in the first go around. So I went to an estate sale and it sounded good. They had about 75 different categories listed of stuff they had.
Okay.
About 100 pictures, which means they didn't picture everything, obviously. Yeah. Oh, really? Huh. And they said, old books, and they only had 2 books pictured. I go, cool. Yeah, there's gonna be some good stuff there. And there was stuff like Tiffany glass, Swarovski crystal,
wow,
high-end stuff.
Yeah.
So I went to the sale.
Which I hate dealing in glass, even high-end stuff. I would do it if the price was right.
Nice, John. Nice. So I went to the sale. They literally had 2 books. They pictured both books.
That's great.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
That's great.
They did have the high-end glass and all that, but they had some stamps. So I ended up going through the stamps and ended up finding a few books of stamps that seemed to be low priced, even though I don't know stamps very well. So I ended up buying some stamps from them. And then the last day, in fact, I went to see Mr. Magazine, and then I went over to buy the stamps. I said, I'm going to make an offer on all the stamps that they have. Went over there. I was going to make them $100 offer on it. I start looking, and one of the books is marked $85. They had 2 books marked $85 each of stamps, so that's $170.
Yeah,
it's half price day. I started adding it up, and I go, they're not going to take $100 on them. So I went up to the guy, the estate sale guy. I said, hey, what are you going to do with all of the stamps that don't sell?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know. I go, you're going to call me. I handed my business card, and I'm going to make them disappear for you.
Well,
he goes, oh, that sounds good.
You're like Copperfield when he made that airplane disappear.
So I show up, and he said he would contact me if the stamps sold. Okay. I show up, no stamps in the living room, which was where they were. I'm like, what the heck? I go, did the stamps sell? Oh, no, we moved them all back into the garage. So they were in the garage the first day. Then they moved them all into the house. They moved them back out. So they're seeing the whole house. I went out and I took a look at them. I added them up. There was about $450 to $500 worth of stuff they wanted, their price. I walk out. I go, I'll give you $50 for all the stamps. He goes, all right, they're yours.
Nice.
So I got to figure out how to sell stamps, but I figure at that price, you can't go wrong. There's a black screen with the white circle and letter E. Yeah, that was the Elgato camera hub. Yep, that was the camera hub.
Periwinkle, how's it going?
Yeah,
it's not frozen. We're just trying to stand still. It's so cold here, we can't move.
Yeah, we froze. We literally froze, absolutely, with the 4-degree weather out. But that was the only thing I bought. And there don't appear to be any good sales as well coming up this week. So I guess we'll be selling old stuff. Glitch of the week. Well, one glitch, Mr. Magazine. For some reason, we cannot figure out what it was because it was literally set up properly for the proper kind of shipping. Mr. Magazine had $11 shipping on a sports card, even though it was set up for the eBay standard envelope.
It has to be a glitch. I mean, nothing else makes any sense.
No, it was literally, I checked. It was literally in the eBay standard envelope, and it was somebody in the U.S. buying it. So I don't know what was going on. I had a problem 2 days ago over on eBay trying to print a label. It said labels on eBay, unable to process your payment right now. They could not process my payment to pay for a label. So I had to go back in and in. You stare at the screen and let your eyes go out of focus. You'll see a spaceship. Nice.
Yeah.
That is true. That is true. But everybody is complaining about eBay today. Did anybody try to send offers out? Did you try to send offers out? Were you able to do so?
I feel like they went out,
There was a problem as of 2:30 this morning where if you go on the main page and you've got the little link there, items you can send offers to, you click on it, it would not load the items, so you could not send the offers out. You then go into your active listings and you've got the little bubble up there that says items to send offers. You click on that. It would not load them at all. Took a day to send out offers. Yep.
Did it tell you something like it's not working, or you
it would not load? It would not load the items. However, for me, there's a line above that says, hey, you've got offers you can send. If you click on that off your active page, it would send offers. I was talking with, they were fine on the phone. Absolutely. I was talking with Auction Professor for quite a while today, and he was having the problem. He actually called eBay, and they wouldn't even acknowledge the glitch, even though on their boards, people have been having this glitch for 2 days.
Wow.
And then finally, after he sent them the screenshot of their own boards where they were admitting the problem, the CSR said, oh, well, we're working on it. So they finally ended up getting that fixed, at least for Auction Professor, because he tried all the workarounds I told him, and none of them worked for him. Finally, it was working for him about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But if that's been going on, what else has been going on? What other problems have there been?
Exactly, yeah.
Couldn't send offers late last night and carried into this morning. They finally fixed it. Yep. So eBay is definitely the problem, definitely the reason why we have bad sales today. And it seems to be across the board. Everybody has bad sales. I got logged out a few times. Also answered CAPTCHA wrong intentionally a few times and still got in.
Oh, my gosh. That's
wow,
crazy.
That's funny. That is funny. Speaking of CAPTCHA, I had a problem yesterday over on Amazon where it required me to put a CAPTCHA in to be able to get to the password screen.
Wow, that's crazy.
So they required a CAPTCHA to even be able to put in a password. Figure that one out. I couldn't enter any shipping policy on listing except the default one in my business policies.
Wow.
Jeez. Thank you for being here, Diane, by the way. Item of the week we're going to skip because it wouldn't be much fun you not being able to see it. Insulting offer of the week. Mr. Magazine had 9 Pittsburgh Penguin 164 die-cast Zambonis. He was asking $57 on them, which is what, $8 a piece or $6.50 a piece on them?
Yeah.
Got an $11 offer, which is about $1.10 a piece.
Maybe you just wanted to buy 2 of them.
You should have just sent him one and go, I just assumed your offer was for one.
It's one of those, you pick one out of the group.
He had a Harvey Comics Double Dare Adventures #1, which is a superhero. CGC 60. He was asking $189 on it. He got a $35 offer. Then when he ignored that, the person did up their offer to $38. So nice, they're trying. Yeah. Couldn't change shipping policy while doing sell similar. Had to edit and bulk edit screen. Wow. Yeah, they're definitely changing some stuff over there for some reason, and it's affecting the site. And again, these are things we're all seeing on the selling side. We aren't generally active buyers. What are the buyers seeing?
True.
The buyers are seeing errors, I'm sure.
It might
be hard. I was accused of price gouging postcards over the weekend. Wow.
Jeez.
Tell us a little more. Mr. Magazine had a Barraggio BMW 143 scale, $40.54 he's asking. Got a $2 offer on a $40 car.
Not too bad, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Appreciate that.
And Mr. Magazine had a Don Knotts autograph, $45. God rest his soul. Got offered $11 with a little message. If not, no worries. Just want to give it to someone who loved this guy.
Wow. Okay.
Fun fact. Do a little search on it. Absolutely 100% true. Don Knotts was a ladies' man.
Wow.
In fact, there's interviews with his daughters talking about he was quite the ladies' man back in the day. Don Knotts.
Maybe he was good at tying things into a knot.
I don't know what he was good at. Countdown to Brimfield, we were moderately successful because we're not buying very much. That definitely helps. Confucius Joke of the Week. Are you ready, Mr. Magazine?
I'm very ready.
Everybody, the best part is seeing Mr. Magazine's face. I can describe it if he makes a spectacular face today.
There it is right there. It's on the screen.
That is true. Are you ready?
Yep.
If you took all the dill pickles eaten in America in 1 month and laid them end to end, people would think you were some kind of nut. That was the Confucius Joke of the day.
Well, and the time, it would be very time consuming.
It would be extremely time consuming. You have to have a lot of time to do that. Yeah. Customer issues. Mr. Magazine, why don't you tell us what was going on with the Batmobile?
Oh, the
customer issue.
Yep. So we had a large scale Batmobile. It was probably 2 feet long. And, I thought the guy got a deal. I took a $50 offer on it. It was loose. It wasn't in the box. And he gets it. He said there's some, issues. Oh, it got lost. We sold 2 of them. That one got lost it says delivered. right? But it was UPS. So then what happened after that? I can't remember what happened after that. You want me to remember this stuff? You got it written down.
Mr. Magazine got a message from the gentleman. And the gentleman was, thank you, Don. Well, yeah. Well, I'm getting screwed over on this, and I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm sure eBay has sent you a message about the claim, probably about the phone call I made to them. I have all the evidence saying that I am in the right. I spoke to the eBay phone representative, told them everything I have. And they said more than likely that I'm not going to get refunded. And also, after a claim is won against the seller, it puts a bad mark on the seller's reputation. Again, I understand this is not your fault, but it is not my fault either. And all the power is in your hand to do whatever you can to get the money back. As a sender, you have to contact UPS, everybody else, to get the money back, whatever that means. As a buyer, I have no power, and I did not receive the item, whether it's right or wrong. I need my money back immediately. And if I have to do this route to go through eBay, then I'll do that. End of story. Also, just because eBay will see this message when the 3 days is up, I have proof what the seller said that the package was delivered to 40 Harwood Street. Clearly, they knew they should have known my address was 36 Harwood Street.
Yep.
At that point, they probably should have said something to UPS like, hey, that's not the correct address. You guys delivered it to the wrong address. I also had a UPS driver come out here yesterday around 8 o'clock at night. He admittedly said that this is in the hallway that he left it at. So they know they're wrong. They know they messed up. They told me the seller has to contact them to open a claim. The seller is either lying or not willing to open a claim for some reason, or they can't. Because also, when I try to open a claim, it tells me there's a restriction on the seller. Maybe the seller has tried scamming UPS in the past. I don't know. But there are restrictions that the seller cannot open a claim.
Okay. For starters, it was $50 and it was delivered to his neighbor. So he's 40 and his neighbor is 36. I called UPS and they said, you can't put a claim in because it's showing it's delivered. All he has to do is go to the neighbor's house and pick up the item. That's what they literally told me to tell him.
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You live at 36 and this guy knocks on your door. Are you answering it?
No. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he should have been just
crazy.
A little bit nicer to his neighbors in the first place.
Right. So, I mean, you can't put a claim in. They wouldn't let me put a claim in. They said he just has to go get it next door. Now he's acting like he went, or he's, they're not going to have it, or they stole it, but he doesn't really know. He didn't go back or anything like that. And he's just blaming me and wants me to do something. I go, eBay will give you your money back, but they won't take it from me because I didn't do anything wrong. It's showing it's delivered. So that was it.
Right. What he doesn't seem to understand as well is he's saying he didn't get it. I'm not saying he did or he didn't. Yeah. He's saying he didn't get it.
Right. But he could have gotten it. He could have went next door and got it, and then he's scamming.
Well, or it could have been, he could have literally gotten it and then said that he never got it. I mean, people do that.
Yeah.
Customers go from 0 to, I mean, yes, it is. Yes, it is. He didn't actually say, "Wah ha ha ha," because he didn't know how to spell it. The dynamic reading is better frozen. Yeah, you can't skip my item of the week. How about Mr. Magazine's hat becomes item of the week? Yeah, there you go. That may be what we have to do.
Everyone gets the color and logo.
There you go. Couple of other things over here. Going on over here. Mr. Magazine had a problem. We still cannot figure out how this happened. Over on Amazon, he sold a Ripley's Believe It or Not comic book and did 2 labels on it. And we cannot find, I literally saw both labels printed out, but I cannot find one of them to void. I can find one, but I can't find the other one.
Right, if you void that one, that'll have nothing.
There'll be no tracking in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So somehow or other, he was able to print, it's the same order number, same everything. I have no idea how. Supposedly, if it shows delivered, you don't have to refund because you've done your part. You've delivered it to them. Yeah,
eBay and Amazon, they will not let you pay out of pocket. They'll cover it.
Yep. And obviously, if the person, if it's a high dollar amount, they're probably SOL. Or if, 18 items, they say, I never got this. Right. At some point, eBay or Amazon will be like, yeah, you did on that. Mr. Magazine had a 20 by 22.5 sign. He was trying to sell. It's a Keystone beer sign. Yeah, resolve this by, All I ever do is I just keep filling the tracking in. That's all
Yeah.
I've ever. Yeah, I just keep filling the tracking number in. Yep, here's the tracking. Here's the tracking. Here's the tracking. That's all I've ever done on those. Never had a problem. 20 by 22 and a half sign for Keystone Beer. The guy's trying to get $20 shipping on it. It's like the overage alone on on the post office is more than $20.
They just don't get it. It's crazy.
You know, it's because it's over 22 inches, 22 and a half. eBay standard, you still, right. Yeah. eBay standard is a little different, right? You just wait till SB to step in once they see something delivered, it will be closed in your favor. Yep.
That's one thing they are both good on Amazon and eBay. They do that.
Interesting other things. We want to thank Mr. Buys a lot, and I'm glad he didn't come by this week. Great guy. I have booked Myrtle Beach. I will be going down there in April. Mr. Magazine will be going down a different week in April, thank God. And he will also be meeting up with Mr. Buys a lot. I sent all my plans over to Mr. Buys a lot, told him this is going on, this is when I'm coming down, this is this is that.
How many days are you going?
Thursday to Sunday.
Oh, I knew you would never miss a Wednesday.
No, obviously not.
Of course, obviously.
I sent him all that. You know, I'm coming down this day, here's where I'm staying. I got a car, I got this. I'll be seeing you, I'll be doing this, I'll be looking at this, I'll be this. He texted back, okay.
Are we overlapping? Are we gone at the same time?
No.
Oh, nice. Good
then he texted back, LOL. He had to write that because if you remember last week, I mentioned that I wrote a book and he always said, okay. Yeah, that one I don't know. I don't use the standard envelopes, so that one I don't know. We're going to do a fun little game. If you guys want to guess along in the chat, we have to have a little bit of fun today. We're going to let Mr. Magazine guess as well.
Oh, here we go.
Take a rough guess, Mr. Magazine.
Okay. 12.
How many banned bidders does Mr. Magazine have?
God. Now, was there a rule at some point you can only have 3? I feel like 300 was a max at some
300
point.
300 was the max at some
changed
point,
that.
but they did take that away. Now it's like 3,000 or some crazy number.
Holy cow. I've been doing this a long time.
Guess in the chat, how many banned bidders Mr. Magazine has?
I'm going to say 750.
All right. Well, let other people guess if anybody wants to play along at home. If it shows delivered, you're covered. If it does, they'll just refund the last day. There we go. There we go.
And how do we know this? You can actually see the number. You didn't count them.
I roughly counted them.
Okay.
I counted the number of rows that you had and multiplied by a rough number of how many are in a row. Gotcha. 674. 569. Nice. 666. I had a devil. 1,283. Yeah. Mr. Magazine, believe it or not, only has just about 500. Wow. Just over 500 on there.
Okay, well, Schmidt was closest.
Yeah, there you go, Schmidt.
Nice.
Do we owe you a record?
Yes.
She might have won a record for that. Yep. I'm not sure. 25, 75, 38, 90. Not yet. Not yet. At some point.
I really have no sales at that point.
Does not include that one, Schmidt. Does not include. So Schmidt won a record. Congratulations, nice. Schmidt. We owe you a record. I think I've got about 150 of them myself. Just a lot. Exactly. It's a lot shorter that way.
Well, I should do that on the adult site because we get people and, you got to do something about it at some point. They'll buy 3-4 movies or 3-4 magazines and then the same ones have issues and want to return 1 or 2 of them. And obviously they're reading them or watching them. So I should put a note up on the website itself, but I started telling them 20% restocking because, it's going to cut back on that. Someone's like, oh, the condition. Well, we show a picture of it. So the return, obviously they're using it. They didn't like it, whatever, and they want a refund. So for now, we got 20% restocking fee on the website for,
other than
repeat returners.
Right. Other than, if the guy says page 12 is missing and page 12 is missing.
That's a different story, but yeah.
Couple of other things. Oh, we are postponing the Finders Flippers. We were supposed to be doing a show with Sturt and the boys. We're doing it at a Buffalo Bills game. Turns out that Johnny is a huge Bills fan. So we're redoing that the end of February, but we will be heading on over there. I told Sturt to take everything that he owned, sell it, and put it all down on the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl. They are, there you go. They are plus 265 to win. The reason why is because, as I hear from everybody, oh, how I hate Ohio State. Won the national championship. I was giddy. However, the last or 2 times ago when they won it, my most hated college team, the Syracuse Orangemen, or Syracuse Orange, won the basketball. My most hated football team is the Buffalo Bills. They'll probably win just to balance out the universe. So if you own anything, hock it, pawn it, do whatever you got to do. Bet on the Bills plus 265. You can thank me later. I know how the universe works. Start. So I don't know if he's going to listen to me or not, but if he does, we're going to be on shortly on Consignment Chats. A couple of weeks, right? Something like that. We're going to be over on Consignment Chats. And we're going to have them on well.
Is that the one in the afternoon?
Yeah, that's going to be in the afternoon. They tape for broadcast. We're going to have Send Creations. Do check Send Creations out. I know Don was going to check Send Creations out. PSC on Creations. Talking about junk journaling, which should be a lot of fun. I have not thrown anything out, and the house is really starting to show it. But hey, I might be able to sell this stuff. Who knows?
Yeah.
Junk journals. So it should be a lot of fun. That's going to be February 12th. Mark your calendar. Make sure you do that. And I am negotiating with Auction Professor. We're going to have him on in April.
Ooh.
So that should be a lot of fun also. A lot of things going on here with the channel.
Is that the April date I'm gone?
Yeah, it's what we're planning on doing it. Yep. Australian Open. Did you see this, Mr. Magazine?
I don't believe so.
They are ditching their tennis ball NFT.
Wow.
It has had a 90% decline in value on the 10,000 images that they have.
Wow. It's shocking. Very shocking.
So now is the time to buy the Australian Open tennis ball NFT. It is set for a rally.
People never learn.
Isn't that a tennis term, rally? See what I did there? When they hit it back and forth,
tennis,
a rally.
I believe you. But,
It's a rally.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
I work hard on these jokes.
Yeah.
This one amazed me. A 1904 St. Louis Olympics medal. So make sure you do check out the top 10 we did on Olympic medals. That's a lot of fun. Top 10 most valuable Olympic medals. One sold for $545,371 for an Olympic medal.
That makes sense.
Yep. Well, they're 10% of a thing, Don. They're 10% of a thing. There you go. Duct tape the wall. See?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got to tuck tape the picture of the ball at this point. Be careful if you are on Whatnot. There is a spam message going around. You can tell it because it says, if you read the message, it says in order to sell on Whatnote. So they were unable to spell their site correctly, but it says that they are revalidating people's information and you need to click on this link and you won't be able to buy or sell until you do so. And when you get the message in Whatnot, it actually has the Whatnot logo. So it looks real, has the Whatnot logo next to it that they chose as their icon. I reported it, sent it on in. Schmidt Auctions there. I didn't have a record to give her, but I did give her a screenshot of the spam message, and she did put it out there for a lot of the paper sellers to see. So we're all on a high alert for that.
Well, I heard Whatnote is the eBay's version of Whatnot that they're finally going to release.
There you are. Oh, well, I guess my joke wasn't so good after all, Jeff. Oh, well, you have to put me in my place. I did have a weird little thing come up today. I was able to send offers. I was one of the few that was able to send offers because I found a workaround that worked for me. At the bottom, after I sent that out, I got a little thing. You know, sometimes when you change... Yes. All right. That didn't quite come out right.
That's great. I don't know why. I heard it and laughed.
When you change item specifics, sometimes if you notice at the bottom of the screen, it comes up and it says item specifics changed. Well, I had a thing today after I sent offers out. It came up at the bottom. It said, "Nice work. You successfully optioned an opportunity."
Oh, wow.
Apparently, if you send an offer, you have optioned an opportunity. I don't know.
I find it funny that I don't hear anything you say, but that I heard.
About optioning an opportunity, or about my little thing?
The little thing you're talking about.
You're so juvenile.
Thank you. Got to stay young.
There you are.
That's why my 16-year-old loves me.
Keep optioning opportunities. Did get a thing, which you probably noticed if you printed labels over on, well, I'll let Mr. Magazine tell you because he prints labels. So what about the thing that you get when you print labels over on eBay?
That one card that we couldn't print the label for?
Up at the top, it says UPS Ground Saver packages dropped off to USPS locations will not be delivered by USPS and may be destroyed. Packages can be dropped off to one over 78,000 UPS Access Point locations, including the UPS Store, Michael's, CVS, Advance Auto Parts, and local independent retailers. Find the closest UPS location.
That's an old one. I got that a long time ago. And now when we're printing Amazon, we write at the top UPS.
Okay.
Like if it's UPS label on the order, we put UPS just because, like you said, if they put it with the post office by mistake, it may not get there.
Right. Yep. No, I've never seen that before. So the Flam collection of rare medical books is coming to Christie's sometime soon. So if you need a rare medical book, you know where to go. One book many years ago, he traded a Porsche for.
Wow.
And I don't know Porsches. How good was a Porsche 365B?
Now any older Porsche is good. So, did you hear about Seinfeld? He turned down $25 million for his the light blue Porsche race car.
No, really?
60s, yeah.
Well, the guy moved to New York City to become a doctor. So he didn't need a car anymore. The Porsche 365B was worth about $2,500 at the time. So he traded it for a 1555 medical book, which will be one of the books going up for auction.
Wow.
Yep.
And I don't know what the medical book's worth, but the Porsche is probably worth a lot more than that now.
Whatnot is they sent a thing out on their Discord. They're actually looking to hire sellers to work in customer service for them. So for the heck of it, I clicked on the link. They're paying $24 an hour.
Wow.
I did not sign up for it because it sounded like it was a 40-hour-a-week job, and I don't need a 40-hour-a-week job.
Right.
Now, if it was 6 hours a week and I just had to choose the 6 hours, I might do that just to learn the inner workings, but I'm not going to sign up for 40.
I'd pay you half that if you work 6 hours.
That's true. That's true. Did you see what is being given away by Hidden Valley Ranch? You know what Hidden Valley
salad
Ranch
dressing?
is? Yeah, there's a salad dressing. They have a new sauce out.
It's invisible.
Now you're just being foolish. They had a Eli Man. You're just being foolish. That's just a dumb thing.
Sorry.
Listen to what the real prize is.
Okay,
all right.
Okay, I'm listening.
All right. An Eli Manning signed pizza. Signed with the sauce.
Okay, and it's gonna stay like hard and like so you can see it forever.
It is going to be. I swear to God, this is 100% true. It is going to be encapsulated. So you're getting an encapsulated pizza with his name signed.
Is it really great? Like I wouldn't even care about that. Like no offense, even if I was an Eli Manning fan, I would trade it for something else. Like that's crazy. Who comes up?
Yep,
with this
signed in ranch. Absolutely, Schmidt. Signed in ranch.
Gracious.
So if you are in the market for an Eli Manning signed pizza, there you are. Go to Hidden Valley. People are not fans. Anyone know what's going on with Missouri weather? I have 2 packages that I shipped on 1/6 and they're still stuck at the St. Louis. Oh, no, don't know. Do not know that one. Oreo's coming out with a cookie in collaboration with Post Malone. There you are. Wonder if he's going to sign that.
Well, it's one of the mega stuffing, and it's in green tattoos, like his face.
Oh, the whole way around?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know if you saw this or not, Mr. Magazine, but that Paul Skeens 1-of-1 card, the auto patch card, it was pulled.
Wow. Exciting. What, for 10 million, 20 million?
By an 11-year-old.
Well, good for him.
But the funny thing is, remember Olivia Dunn said you could sit with her at a game?
Yeah.
I don't know if an 11-year-old cares.
True. Oh, for the card?
Yeah. Well, along with season tickets and this and that.
Yeah.
If he were 13, he's all over that. 11, he might not be.
Yeah. He'd rather sit with Paul in the dugout.
Exactly. Pizza is decor. So wrong. So we're not having a lot of people wanting to buy that pizza. That's what it comes down to. It's going to be encapsulated, so I think it's going to be airtight encapsulated, so there won't be.
Okay. Say you're say it's in your house and it's on a mantle or something or whatever, flat. Now you're moving, and the movers put it up, right, like on its side. Is the sauce ever going to harden, even though it's encapsulated? Yeah, the air's not touching it, but it's still the sauce will stay soft. unless it's in your freezer. But then it would thaw out when you take it out. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's not a good idea. I mean, it's better than a $6 million banana. Don't get me wrong. But it's just crazy. Are they thinking this through? Is this official?
Yeah.
So they're not like, oh, it sounded good. I mean, why Eli Manning of all people? Is it they probably gave him $50 in the lifetime supply of Hidden Valley Ranch. I mean, like they probably flew him in, lifetime supply of the ranch.
Wow. You think Eli Manning, or you think he's on hard times like that?
No, but like, why are they getting him? I mean, he's not relevant right now. I mean, he's on ESPN with his brother, but
because if you're relevant, are you signing a pizza and ranch sauce?
I would say, well, he's not relevant, but it's still beneath him, right? I mean, they couldn't get anyone else like Paul Skeens. Like he's relevant now.
You're asking a lot of questions I do not have answers for.
I mean, auction professor would make more sense. If they can find an auction professor.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, can you grade it? That's another good question.
You know, we have a lot of questions here. We have a lot of questions. I don't know.
And what is he signing it in? His finger? Is he putting his finger in?
No, he's signing it literally with the ranch bottle because the bottle now, he's squeezing the thing out onto it to sign it because it has such pinpoint control now when you are trying to use it that you can actually sign your name with the sauce.
Like an e-document.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is outrageous. There we go.
Signed pieces will be dehydrated, preserved in resin, and authenticated. Yeah, because a lot of people are faking that.
Yeah.
The world's leading third-party authentication and grading company for trading cards and memorabilia. There you are.
And what they should do is they should like frame a little card of his that he actually signed and then put that in the middle of it. So at least if the sauce gets messed up, you still have the signed card.
We're spending an awful lot of time on Hidden Ranch really needs to sponsor our program. If we talk
more, this is going to go viral, except Eli Manning's not relevant. If it was someone relevant, it might go viral.
Oh, yeah. See, they're delivering it on game day. There you are.
Wow.
Hidden Valley, reach out to us. We can maybe work out a deal where I'll sign paperclip on something or other.
I think they need to be taken apart.
Yeah, they would need to be taken apart. Yep, absolutely. They will not slab them together. Yep. Well, that was interesting as far as the Hidden
6
Valley.
minutes, none of us will ever get back.
It was fun, though. A lot of speculation. All right, we're into the...
I mean, a test tube shot. If they had, test tube shots? If they had a test tube with the Hidden Valley Ranch in it, I bet you can pinpoint that even better.
That would be true. But what if Eli drank it?
Or if he ate it, that would be even better.
Pizza is pizza. There you are. Might not go viral. Definitely go bacterial. There you are. Nice. All righty. We're into the main topic of tonight's Frozen Show. Should a reseller chase trends? Will chasing trends make you a successful reseller? Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Well, I don't know about reselling.
Well, let's say the hottest new thing is signed pizzas.
Well, I'm getting to that, though. I don't know about reselling, but there's a dealer in the collectible sports card industry since I was little, 30 years, Harry, who always was big on trends. And I think he made a lot of money out of it because he would do the Beanie Babies, and then he did those bracelets until he had faked the bracelets, and Lance Armstrong got in trouble, so the bracelets were garbage. But like he got into fidget spinners, so he's always into those trends. He'd buy a crap load, sell it for a month or two, make a killing, and then move on to something else. So it worked out in the collectibles world for this gentleman.
Okay.
I never liked the trends. I probably could have made money, but you got to get in the right time. I think I never did the Beanie Babies, fidget spinners. I got in too late, so I was not good at trends.
Wasn't your nickname Johnny Pog at one point?
It was, Johnny Pog, yep. Just for like a couple months, yeah. I was almost going to buy the vending machine back then. Remember the Pog vending machine?
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like 10 grand or something. Instead, I bought a vending machine for the laundromat, which made me much more money. But trends in reselling, I mean, I guess it works, but you'll never have like a niche. Like if I was doing it, I would never be Mr. Magazine.
Right.
If I was,
well, you would have been for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, if I was Mr. Trend,
Mr. Fidget Spinner.
But it's hard to get into a trend, I would think, reselling, because you have to like get into something and then out of it into something else, and I think that's very hard to do. And are you going to like that? Because what if the trend this week is ceramics or porcelain? I'm not going to like that at all. Or big frame pictures. There's too many different things.
Or pizzas.
Exactly. Yeah. Old food. But Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like having a niche. I like being good at something and shooting to be the best at it. Just like the DVD site. We were probably the 1,000th biggest seller 3 years ago. Now we're number 2. So my goal was to be number 1. We might get that in 6 months or a year. But if we were doing trends, it would have been in and out, and I wouldn't be making a ton of money. You could also leave a lot of money on the table because if you get out of something and it stays hot, you're into something else. Oh, damn! I should have stuck with it. So, but what do you think?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me. Keep talking about Eli. I got a $20 sale during the ranch talk. I say, there you are.
Yeah.
I can't watch now. Break at work at college. Thank you for stopping by, Sandy.
Yeah, have a pizza while you're waiting, or some Hidden Valley Ranch.
They go great together. There are times when you have to follow trends, depending upon what you're into. If you're a clothing seller, that's a good point. True. I didn't even write that down, Don. Unless you're vintage. I was going to say
vintage, always selling.
Yep. That's a good point. I was going to say if you were into retail arbitrage, you need to follow trends because going and buying stuff nobody wants and at the store isn't going to work too well.
Right.
Because you're paying too much.
Yeah.
You cannot long tail retail arbitrage. You cannot go and pay $50 unless you super long tail it, who's got the money to do that, because obviously all those things that we bought on closeout at KB Toys and Hobby when that went out of business is worth a lot more now.
Yeah.
But that's 20 years ago.
Remember Media Play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody's got the money to sit on that. So if you're into RA, you have to. I would say if you're into new sports cards, you have to.
Yeah.
Because if right now you're still trying to peddle Mac Jones cards, good luck to you.
Even Zion. Zion was crazy hot during COVID. Got injured, got out of shape. And now he's back and he's good, but he's still way off from what he was. And even the Wemby's now, if you look on their, what cards are losing the most value, he's as hot as anyone. But he was so high that his cards are trending down now because there's just too much of his stuff out there. And I knew that was going to happen.
So I would say in those instances, Don bringing up the clothes, the newer sports cards, retail arbitrage, you have to chase trends. You can't not do it. Otherwise, I'd say you have to stay tried and true. And I wasn't just talking the hottest new trends. I was also looking for different areas to sell in. And by that, I mean, all right, I go onto YouTube and Auction Professor, friend of the show, talks about all the money he makes on trade cards. I'm going to start selling trade cards. And I go out and I start buying trade cards.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I run into Rockstar Flipper's video talking about selling remotes. I'm not going to sell trade cards anymore. I'm going to sell remotes. That's where the money's at. So I'm buying remote controls.
Yeah, but then you're spending a ton of money on inventory and then just letting it sit because you're moving on to something else. So it's like throwing money away and you're losing money at that point.
Well, 2 weeks later, I start to sell remotes and I watch a primetime treasure hunter video.
Yeah.
And I go, comic books. That's what I want to sell.
Yeah.
I'm going to start selling comic books. So I start buying them. 2 weeks later, I see an Auction Professor where he's talking about selling 78 records. I'm not going to sell comics. I'm going to sell 78 records. You never get good at anything.
Right.
You really, the way to success is to find something that you enjoy and ensconce yourself in it and continue to sell that same thing time and time again.
Hold that thought, because speaking of 78 records, I'm going to email myself because I remember I still have those 2000 in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
From Scott. I'm going to get a box or so out and put on Whatnot.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're never going to succeed if you keep chasing trends, chasing the hot thing to sell, chasing the new thing to sell, chasing something new for you to sell continuously.
Yeah, you can't long tail and then be trendy.
No, absolutely not. And I wasn't even just talking about buying and selling. I was also talking about, I gotta end and sell similar. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I did that one time. I'm not gonna do it. Now I'm gonna tweak my listings this way. Oh, but if I change this, if I do this, if I do that, I'm gonna sell on this site. I'm gonna sell on this site. I'm gonna sell on this site.
Yeah.
You have to have some level of focus and you have to stick with something or other that you're going to be doing in order to be successful. We've been selling the same types of things for 20 plus years. I'm making a living at it. I'm not rich. I'm making a living. I can go into pretty much any estate sale that has anything that I can, that I deal in. Obviously, if I go into a strictly glass one, I'm not going to do well. But I go into any book estate sale. I can walk out of there with a few books and make money on them
Right.
if I needed to. Why? Because I've been doing it for so long. And that really is the secret to success. Yes, you are going to watch videos. You are going to be seeing other people analyzing their store, doing whatever you're doing and saying, oh my gosh, this guy makes a ton of money in fill in the blank. Yeah, because he's an expert in it.
Yeah.
There is no easy answer. There's no easy way to make money. Stick with what you like and what you know, and spend your time getting further into learning what you do as opposed to looking at all these other things.
Yeah.
Time better spent getting better is really what it gets down to.
I don't really know. I bought them, man, 10 years ago probably, and there's 2,000 of them. I got them pretty good deal on them. Obviously, I wouldn't have touched them, but I would say a wide variety of them, genres. I'm guessing, there's a bunch of different weird labels. So I know there's some good ones in there, some common stuff too. But I'll pull out a mixed box and see what we can do with it. You never know.
Oh yeah, no, branching out is different, Don, but you've got the base. You've got the base of what you sell, whatever it is, whether it's print ads, whether it's that's what
base.
You know.
Hello, can you go?
Death
row. What a brother know.
Go
ahead, sir.
I could have sang right along with you if you like.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I wouldn't call chasing trends. That's expanding, but you're not changing. You're not completely throwing out the baby with the bathwater every 3 months and changing what you're selling completely. Right. You're still keeping some things, and then you're working off of that, and you're trying other things off of that. And that's different than, oh, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell this, and never really learning what you're doing. I started with and still sell Hot Wheels 30 years ago because I love them. I added many other categories. Absolutely. So you've got the base.
Did you guys hear about that Hot Wheels collection that was on Instagram? It was actually like an hour away, I think, or something from here, because the guy that used to train me sent it to me. He goes, oh, 5,000 pieces. It's a whole house full for $5,000. So it must have been up on like Facebook auction or something like that. It went for $20,000.
Right.
And they put posts on Instagram, like, so it was some big collection, but it could have been new. So I mean, I didn't look at it, but for $5,000, I still have to drive out there and,
right.
But it must have been some great stuff though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Mr. Magazine wrapping. Absolutely.
Word.
I was rapping before the show. As a matter of 911 is a joke in your town.
Oh, I thought you meant you were wrapping a package.
Get up, get down. Thank you, Flippin' Roo. Yeah, we are having technical difficulties. Putting a bunch of right, absolutely. There we are.
Good,
absolutely
good heads up. Thank you.
And we definitely have to have Random Neighborhood Kid come on and finally earn his non-pay.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yep. So I think we're but yeah, everyone out there will give you different advice, whether it's what you should sell, whether it's how to increase your sales, whatever it is. Do what works for you. Don't chase trends. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Stay focused on you and what you sell and what you do, and you'll find that works the best. Right.
Thank you, Jeff. I will take a look
on that over there. Hey, we do the bad jokes here. All right, we're going to head on into the rambling story of the week, and I actually have one this week. So as I mentioned, oh, how I hate Ohio State, which I don't. Won the college football playoff. I have a mutual friend of Mr. Magazine and mine, who spends an awful lot of time, far too much time in my opinion, but that's a whole nother story, with the online gambling. And he sent me a link and said, hey, if you sign up for BetMGM, you can get a free $100.
Okay.
So I signed up.
Yeah,
I said, okay. And I'm there trying to sign up, and it wouldn't let me sign up on the computer because it couldn't verify my location. It says, can't verify your location. I'm like, I'm in my living room.
Yeah.
Well, you have to do this, and you have to go to this setting, and you have to make sure this, and you have, okay. So I'm checking everything. No, everything is where it's supposed to be. They can't do it. I'm like, so finally I end up being able to do it on my phone. I'm able to sign up for it.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let me go bet my $100. Oh, you can't bet the $100 because you have to deposit $100 first. All right, okay, fine. Got to deposit $100. Oh, look, I can deposit it from PayPal.
Yeah.
Go into PayPal, go to deposit it. You need to have a bank account on file with PayPal. I'm like, I do. So I'm clicking and I'm doing it. If it does not refresh within 1 minute, click this button. All right. So I'm doing that. Can't get it. Finally, I have to put the $100 in onto my bank account. But it didn't say transfer from bank account. It had some really weird thing on it. It didn't sound like it was the right thing, but it ended up transferring the money. All right. I got my $100 in.
Yep.
I can make my bet.
Yeah.
No problem.
Right.
Go to make the bet. All right. It's got to be minus 200 bet or better. Or word, I don't know what the wording was. So I make my bet. Ohio State against Texas. Put $100 down. Money line. If they win, I win $40.
When was that? A couple weeks ago?
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Listen to that game. If you listen to the game, it was a nail biter. Ohio State ended up winning in the last couple of minutes. Blah, 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 blah. I won $40.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I go into the app. I have $140 in there. And I still have the $100 of bonus money that I have to bet within 2 weeks.
So you're 100, the 40 you won, and 100 they give you.
Yep.
Okay. So now you got 240 in your account.
But I cannot take the 100 out from them. And I thought I was betting their 100. I was actually betting my 100.
Oh, okay.
So I was a nervous wreck to begin with because of the game. I would have been a complete nervous wreck if I found out that I was betting my 100.
For $40, you can be a complete nervous wreck.
I don't like losing any money whatsoever.
Oh my God.
I'm not a gambler.
But still, once in a blue moon. Okay, go ahead.
I've got my issues. You have yours.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about yours on here.
You certainly can.
So I go, okay. I read through the fine print. I got to put the $100. It's got to be minus 200 or Ohio State money line. There we go.
Yeah.
$100 down on the Ohio State money line. Put it down. All good. We're set to go. Buddy calls me. You got to bet on a certain blah, blah, blah. I go, yeah, it's got to be minus 200 or more. Yeah, I bet on this. No. I go, yeah, it's plus 325. No. When 200 or better or 200 or more means it's got to be a number less than 200. So in other words, the odds have to be like 185, 125.
Oh,
so
God.
325 is, even though common sense says more than 200 would be 325. No, more than 200 is 125.
Right. But that's not the case.
325 is not more than 200.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the? So then fine, I'll bet the over. So I threw their $100 on the over.
Yeah.
Kept my $100 on the Ohio State winning.
Yeah.
Ohio State ended up winning. But the funny thing was the over-under was 46.5. I don't know if you were following the game or not. Notre Dame's 2-point conversion at the end made the score be 46, and the over-under is 46.5. And I'm going, I just need one more score. One more score.
That's football for you, any level.
And ended up going over. So at this point, I have $360 sitting in my account, of which 100 was my original, 260 I won, and we are not gambling again until about 5 years from now when he sends me a link to a different
about the
site.
Super Bowl? Bet on the Bills. All of it. Do like Dave Portney.
Nope. It's my money now, and I am a cheap SOB, and I'm keeping my $360, and I'm going to be very, very happy with it. But that is the fun online gambling world. I got stuck with a few Millennium Monopoly games on my cat's pants. Oh, there you are. Yeah, absolutely. Didn't you just tell everyone to gamble on the Bills? Well, yeah, you guys gamble your money on the Bills, not me. Well, those aren't gambles, though, my friend. Those aren't gambles. That's money in the bank. Yeah, I can withdraw everything now. Yep. So I can take all $360 out.
And bet it all on the Bills.
I'm not betting on the Bills.
Let's do it together. I would do that because I don't like them either. So we're either going to win 3-something or they're going to lose, and I'm going to be happy I lost 3-something.
There you are.
Well,
why don't I send you? Are you on BetMGM?
No.
Why don't I send you the link? Then you can get $100 free money.
Yeah.
All right, I'll send you the link. And sign up for once. Every time I send you
transfer
links.
your money to me, and then we'll just make one big bet.
No, because I'll get $100 also.
I got to bet the Bills because I'd be so happy if they lose. It's worth $500 or more. I think, what's the most you would bet, like realistically?
$1.
I would really spend $1,000. I would bet $1,000 on the Bills. I'd still be happy losing $1,000 if they lost. Anything over that, I'd have to think about it.
I definitely did, Schmidt. No doubt all about that.
I'm thinking about betting $500 to $1,000 on the Bills. Should I do it?
Why don't you bet the $100 that I'm sending you
No,
on that
that's not
link?
going to do anything for me. I want them to lose.
All right,
No, I'm winning 100 is nothing. I'd rather win 500 to I'm betting 1,000.
Okay, let me send you the link first, so at least I got $100
Can I do
out
it
of
through there?
this.
Can you help me do it? Can we do it Monday?
Yes.
Let's put the bet in. I want to do it. Wait, can I bet more though? I got to bet my money.
Actually, if you really want to make the money, we do it tonight because you bet on the Bills winning the Super Bowl tonight because the odds are going to be higher.
True.
Because 2 plus 265 today.
So how much money do I have to put in my account to bet the 1,000? 1,000?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
All righty. Well, that was that really got down into deep degenerate territory there. I do apologize for that. Wow.
We're gonna have a rambling story after the Super Bowl. That's
we're
for sure.
Gonna have something after the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Do hit the like button. We will definitely have a random neighborhood kid come over. Now that he knows I have $360, I have a strange feeling that he's charging $360 for a home visit to fix this problem.
Well, obviously you can charge 40. You're going to come in $40.
Do hit the like button if you could. We're going to get this fixed before next week. Do check everything out if you could. We got the Whatnot auctions coming up. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And we will see you next video.
Hopefully next video will not be Frozen Part 2.
There we go.
Thank you. Goodbye. Take it easy.